Crossing to the Cabinet Office to hear from the Deputy Leader of the DUP, Nigel Dodds.
That's the actual weather as opposed to the political weather. Can I just say that we have had a long series of discussions with the series of Cabinet Ministers today. We have had a constructive dialogue, I think it's fair to say. As you know, for us, the key problem with the withdrawal agreement is the Irish backstop, the fact that it poses the danger of separating Northern Ireland out from the rest of the United Kingdom whilst we're in the backstop, and also the potential for leaving Northern Ireland behind in single market regulations and the customs union if the rest of the United Kingdom went its own way in the future. So our focus has always been, from way back in December 2017, through all of our discussions, on how can we ensure that Northern Ireland leaves the European Union with the rest of the United Kingdom together as one country. So, as I say, we have had good discussions today. Those discussions will continue over the coming period of time. We want to get a deal. We have always been in that frame of mind. We don't want to leave without a deal, but a lot will depend in terms of what the government is able to do in terms of providing those guarantees that are necessary to assuage our concerns. We have pointed previously to the fact that the government has deleted so far from consideration the paragraph 50 of the December joint report, which gave a lock and a provision for Northern Ireland in terms of what might happen whilst in the backstop, and that needs to be addressed, and the overall situation of having the United Kingdom as a whole, the integrity, the economic integrity of the internal market utterly protected for Northern Ireland going forward.
Mr. Dodds, can I just ask you, you're live on Sky News, can I just ask you, Mr. Hammond was in the meeting, did you discuss money? Because obviously your supply and confidence agreement comes to an end in June. Was there money discussed?
Well, the Chancellor of the Exchequer is, of course, obviously a key member of the government, but he is also responsible for HMRC and the whole issue of their involvement in customs and other regulatory issues is a key concern for us. So that is obviously an area which we have discussed. We have met with the Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, Michael Gove was there, obviously the Chief Whip, and other ministers. So I wouldn't read anything into the fact that the Chancellor was there, other than that he's a very senior member of the government who will be clearly involved in many of the issues that we're talking about, not least from an HMRC point of view.
What about seeking more money? Any reassurance?
Well, I think that what we are doing is continuing to discuss that issue, continuing to discuss how that can be actually provided for, how we can protect the internal market of the United Kingdom, because there's an awful lot of emphasis on the internal market of the European Union, the single market. But given that we sell and trade from the rest of the United Kingdom to Northern Ireland and from Northern Ireland more than into the Republic of Ireland, the rest of the world and the European Union put together, I mean, that is a very major economic concern for us, as well as the political ramifications of having a situation where you would have laws being made in Brussels which wouldn't be made in Belfast or Westminster. So that whole area of parliamentary scrutiny and a role for democracy in the United Kingdom is a critical area for us as well.
Did you ask for more cash from the Chancellor?
No, we're not discussing cash in these discussions. This is about Brexit and how we protect the future of the United Kingdom, protect Northern Ireland's economic and political future.
Is it likely that you could back the deal next week?
Well, we have always said that we want to get a deal, but it has to be the right deal. We were very disappointed that when the Attorney General made his statement to the House on Tuesday that he wasn't able to indicate any change and that the Prime Minister's documents that you brought back weren't sufficient, but we did say that you hadn't made sufficient progress. We want to get a deal. There has been progress made, but I think now the government is very focused on ensuring that the issue of the Irish backstop, the separation of Northern Ireland from the rest of the United Kingdom, that is addressed. And as we have always emphasised, I think usually you here know this, that from day one, our focus has been on the red line of how Northern Ireland is treated separately from the rest of the United Kingdom. We haven't been, that is the issue that has been the priority concern for us.
What are the chances of a Vienna Convention? Is the extra stuff on the Vienna Convention reassuring to you?
Well, we weren't discussing any of that today. We have met the Attorney General, discussed with him, but that hasn't been the focus of any discussions.
What about a greater role for the Northern Ireland Assembly?
Well, yes, clearly, I mean, the role for Northern Ireland and the guarantees under paragraph 50 are a key. That's the December joint report, which hasn't been properly implemented or talked about thus far. There's been a lot of emphasis on paragraph 49, which is about the backstop provisions and the hard border in Ireland, but not so much in paragraph 50 about the role of the Northern Ireland Executive and Assembly, and, you know, in the absence of that, for the United Kingdom to give those guarantees generally.
What are the chances?
No deal would be particularly damaging for Northern Ireland because of the border with the Republic, and therefore it is incumbent on everyone to try and get a deal now.
I totally agree. It is incumbent on everyone to try to get a deal, but that is also incumbent on the Irish government, for whom no deal would be pretty bad. It's incumbent on Brussels. It's incumbent on Her Majesty's government, which has failed to address up to now some of the issues that we have been pressing, and it's incumbent on all the political parties at Westminster. We have been arguing and discussing how we can get this deal passed for many, many months. We have never been in the school of those who say that a no-deal Brexit is the best outcome. We believe we want a deal, but it has to be one that works for the benefit of all parts of the United Kingdom, and indeed for our neighbours and friends in the Irish Republic as well. We will have to go because there's further work we have to do. Sorry?
Can something be done this weekend?
Well, look, I mean, we have to see how far we get. It's what will be decided ultimately on the substance, not on timing, but we're working very, very hard to see if we can get there. But at the end of the day, some of the concerns that we have been raising are not new. But I think what is new now is that there is a renewed focus in government on ensuring that those issues are addressed. Thank you very much.